altcoin promoters aren't telling you the big secret. And the secret is the majority of the altcoins out there right now will be dead in about 2 years. Welcome back, everyone. So look, it's no secret. As Bitcoiners, we understand exactly why altcoins, shitcoins, are complete garbage. We understand that all of these technologies do not need to be tokenized. They're centralized. In most cases, there's a company behind them. We're fully aware of this, right? That's not what this is about. I ended up finding there was a tweet from @CypherHoodium. Essentially, he was covering an article from coinkickoff.com, and this article was showing some really interesting graphs that actually illustrates the point that Bitcoiners talk about so much, is that your shitcoin is going to be worthless. And now here's a little bit of data to to back that up, because now, right, there's been 14 years, and out of which shitcoins haven't really existed for the full 14 years. They have now existed for a minimum of 10 years. So we're starting to have some historical data. So let's take a look at some of that historical data. Here we go. This is the article on CoinKickoff, a visual analysis of 10 years of dead altcoins. All right, here we go. With tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies in existence today, it is a challenging market for investors and regulators alike. Many argue that there are too many coins in circulation, likening it to the dot-com bubble around 25 years ago. I just want to point out that when you're buying shitcoins, you're not investing. You're never investing when you're buying a shitcoin. I know there's lots of shitcoiners that are going to argue and think that that's wrong, but you're not. You're gambling. You're gambling in illiquid markets for tokens that don't need to be tokens. That technology does not need to be tokenized. Doesn't need to be a store of value. That's why Bitcoin's the only real thing. Anyways, all right. I'll continue. Here we go. All right, so what they did in this visual analysis, they reviewed data on over 2,400 dead coins from Coinopsy, compiling data on the current status of each coin, then analyzed the performance of each coin over the last 10 years, noting when coins were killed off and why. The key findings were 704 now dead coins started in circulation in the crypto boom of 2017, more than the 224 established in 2016. In 2018 was the sector's most fatal year for cryptocurrency, as 751 coins became defunct. The highest mortality rate for crypto can be found in 2014. 76.5% of the 793 coins are no longer in circulation. So just so for people to understand, most likely if you bought a shitcoin in 2014, it's no longer in circulation. All right. 551 of the 793 coins established in 2014 were abandoned. No other year has seen so many currencies lose as much trade interest. 91% of coins from 2014's crypto crash are now dead. Before the surge, just 14 coins were on the market, with only Bitcoin and Litecoin remaining in the top 10 as of 2022. That's right. So all these people that sit there and hold so dearly to their XRP and your BNB and all of this garbage, Hex, and now like I think Richard just spun out some other coin, some Pulse coin or something like that. Keep in mind, right? Only Bitcoin and Litecoin are remaining at the top 10 as of 2022, and that's not an endorsement for Litecoin. Litecoin is still a shitcoin, and the only use case that people ever give for it is, oh, they had Lightning first. Yeah, but nobody cares. Nobody cares that it had Lightning first because nobody's using it. Anyways, all right. I will proceed. I know that there's some Litecoin bag holders out there. They get very offended by that, but sorry guys, it's a shitcoin. It's the other narrative of, oh well, it's used for testing before Bitcoin. That's what testnet Bitcoin is for. Our research shows that 30% of the 751 coins that died in 2018 were fraudulent. Think about that. 30% were frauds. the highest of any year in the last decade. The most notable ICO scams were the Vietnamese coins Pincoin and iFan. I have to be honest, I never even heard of those. Local journalists exposed the firms for scamming as many as 32,000 investors to the tune of $660 million. A report from the China Academy of Information and Communications Technology, CAICT, found that 92% of blockchain projects ever launched are still active today with a lifespan of just 1.22 years. That's pretty terrible. Okay, those are pretty awful numbers. 63.1% of dead crypto coin projects were dropped by investors, sending their prices plummeting. We're not surprised by this in any way, shape, or form. 2017 was crypto's peak year for scam coins. And that doesn't surprise me whatsoever, because that was the giant boom that brought all the ICOs. Now look, this is where I think the graphs start to get interesting. Bitcoin took off in 2017, gaining value and acceptance as a legitimate form of currency. As enthusiasm spread, so did scammers, looking to take advantage of the crypto craze. Of the 1,232 coins issued in 2017, 210 have been identified as scams and are now defunct, the most of any year. According to the FTC, more than 1.2 billion have been lost to crypto/shitcoin scammers since 2018. And that's just what's known. Initial coin offering craze of 2017 led to the most failed coins. The proportion of crypto coins started each year that failed ICO. Crypto exploded in 2017, Bitcoin skyrocketed, and of the 1,232 new coins that were issued, more than triple the 368 released the previous year, according to Coinopsy data. Of these, 155 died almost immediately due to a failed ICO, the most of any year prior or since. According to a report from Grayspark Partners, 50% of all ICOs in 2017 failed to raise a single dollar. How did we get here? Many experts draw parallels between crypto's growth and the dot-com bubble of the early 2000s. Okay, so look, now we're starting to have a lot more data, and we can clearly see that these shitcoins just have absolutely no use. And look, unfortunately, there is that parallel with the dot-com bubble. Not every single business necessarily needs to have a website that also has a community and also has a messenger and also like not everybody needs to be everything but the kitchen sink. Okay, Bitcoin performs a specific function. It offers a censorship resistant alternative that has a hard cap with an extremely high level of security and certainty. Okay, this is what it does. That's part of what it does. I mean, I believe that as we move forward, we're going to end up finding other uses where the Bitcoin network can solve some problems. But anyways, that we're going to stick with what's happening now. So the point is that Bitcoin is actually doing what it is intending to do. Whereas these altcoins, unfortunately, these are companies that, or small groups of people, or in some cases an individual, that has an idea that they would like to monetize. And the reality of it is that either their product really isn't that good and most likely shouldn't exist, or in some other cases, that product may be worthwhile, but it may take a very high level of investment, and it definitely doesn't need to be tokenized. So those people who actually have valid ideas, they can go to VCs. Okay, and the excuse, this bullshit excuse that they used in the during the ICO times, because I remember this, we want to give back to the community, right? That this is the bullshit that they feed you. They tell you, these ICO and these shitcoin promoters, they tell you that, hey, we want to give back to the community. That's why we're not going the traditional route. Make no mistake, they're not going the traditional route because they don't have a product. They don't have anything real. You buying that shitcoin is the product. You being the exit liquidity is the use case. Don't be exit liquidity.